Welcome to Littleton Common. I'm Barbara McRae.
And I'm Bob Spinozzi.
On Littleton Common, we try to fill you in on what is happening in and around our town. You might see it in the paper or hear it from friends, but you can always hear it right here on the community television channel. Bob and I enjoy hosting this show together and would welcome any news you may have to share with us. We can never get enough information about programs, activities, or what local organizations are doing. If you do have a subject or a person of interest, please contact us at our local community LCTV station or email us and leave your name and email address or phone number, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. You know, you have an interesting interview this month, Bob. Tell us about your guest and what you will talk about.
Yeah, with our elections coming up in November, I'd like to talk a little bit about mail-in voting. There are currently 5 states that conduct voting almost entirely by mail. They include Colorado, Hawaii, Utah, Washington, and the state of Oregon. Oregon, by the way, has been doing it for 20 years now. Now, here at home in early July, Governor Charlie Baker signed into law measures to allow the state's 4.5 million registered voters to choose voting options to protect against risk from COVID-19. So we can now vote by mail without needing to qualify for an absentee ballot. And as part of Governor Baker's new law, we can also vote early, as we were with the local elections at the end of the last week of August, rather, with the state primaries. But I have with me Town Clerk Diane Crory, and she's going to walk us through a few things.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Been a long time.
Great. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, before we talk about the voting,
Sure.
When things get back to normal, we'll be able to do regular business in your office again?
Absolutely, yes. So we've been doing, so I've been in the office the entire time, and we've been doing everything that we normally would do, but it's been by appointment. But a lot of people have been doing things by mail or by appointment. They call up and then we go downstairs and do things with the residents.
And you were telling me earlier that you've retrofitted your office with plexiglass and protective devices for
protect the residents as well as ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, now, voting by mail. What has been the response so far here in town? It's
been a huge response. To date, we have sent out 2,300 ballots. It was a huge response by the residents. They really responded quite heavily, which I was actually shocked at the response for the September primary, not shocked for the November election, because normally in a primary, such as what's going on for this primary, we normally will get about 600 to 800 people that actually show up in person in a regular primary. And so for us to get 2,300 people looking to vote in this primary was shocking. But, you know, it's a good thing to have people wanting to vote. And so, you know, to send out 2,300 ballots, it was quite an undertaking for our office.
Now, with a lot of folks in town, I was notified by mail that I could apply to get the ballots.
Yes.
If some of the folks here in town didn't get that notification, can they still call you or find out if they can
Sure.
vote?
Tomorrow's the last day for the September primary to apply. There is an application online, so they can do that, or they can call the office and we can email it to them. But a lot of people have not done it properly. So we've been going to the nth degree to try and get a hold of those persons that didn't do it properly. So if you're an undeclared resident or voter, which means that you aren't in a specific party, make sure that you are checking off what ballot you are looking for. Because if you don't give us a phone number, we can't send you out a ballot. So that's been one of the problems with the primary. So there are a few people that did send in an application that we were unable to send out a ballot to because we did not have a ballot checked off for what they were looking for. So we can't just send you out a ballot because you've asked for a ballot if you're an undeclared voter. So that's one of the issues. We've gone to every degree that we could possibly go to find a phone number for the residents that didn't give us one on the actual card. But if you didn't give us a ballot request, then we can't just guess that whether you wanted a Democrat, Republican, Green, Rainbow, or Libertarian. So if you were looking for one and you didn't get one, that could be the reason why. Okay. So call our office before the end of the week and we'll try and get that ballot out to you.
Okay. Now that's a good lead into my next question.
Sure.
When the time does come that you're going to be counting ballots,
yes.
votes,
Yep.
what safeguards do you have in place that nothing illegal is going to pass through?
So we have the postcards that we will match up the postcard to the actual ballot. We have a checklist with the person's name, address, what party they were supposed to have voted on. So we'll have a person that's doing the checklist, that's doing the actual ballot, that is doing the opening of the ballot, and we go through a very extensive checklist, and then we have to go to the front of the actual precinct itself, check to be sure that person is actually on the list, check at the front, check at the back, and then once that's done, it's not until that is completed before that ballot actually goes through the machine. So there is quite a few steps before we go through all of that.
This whole thing, Diane, is just unprecedented. I'm sure your office has been really busy.
Yes.
With this whole part of the...
Yeah. So it's been 3 weeks of doing nothing but election work. So some of the other work has gone by the wayside, and when the election is done, we'll hopefully catch up on all of that. So people who have requested birth certificates and death certificates, I apologize to you if you're waiting for something, but unfortunately the election does take precedent over all of that, and we will get back to you as soon as possible with all of those requests.
Okay. Well, Diane, thank you very much for your input.
Absolutely. I appreciate you having me.
Okay. By the way, there are 40 states and the District of Columbia that now allow mail-in voting. Now, you've seen the signs around town for the Littleton Road Race, and in this year of years, like many other events, the 12th annual road race will be a virtual race. The event will be held during the entire month of September. All runners and walkers can register for the 1 and the 5 mile distances, and then anytime in September, run or walk at Fay Park, the Littleton track on Russell Street, or any measured choice that you like. If you want to do the race indoors, fire up the treadmill. Now, all registrants will get a finisher's medal and also have the option to purchase a t-shirt that commemorates the 2020 virtual event. Now, by the way, you can get more information at www.littletonroadrace.org. Now, proceeds from this year's road race will be given to help support Littleton Track and Field, and then a portion of the proceeds will go to Littleton Park and Rec to support their programs.
Some things for you on this Littleton channel. Line dancing by watching LCTV or on demand via the LCTV website. Don't give up dancing. Loving Stitches is still on Mondays from 12 to 2 p.m. and that's on Zoom. The members welcome newcomers, so call the COA office for Zoom information. You can enter LCTV Stress-Free Zone by logging on to the address that is shown. Watch the Littleton Country Gardeners tape of members' gardens. Sit back and take time to smell the roses. There will be a second tape of more gardens coming soon, because our gardeners do more than their own gardens. There are at least 11 sites tended by these special Littleton Country Gardeners members. If you would like more information, go to the address shown. Members are always welcome. Bob, what about gardens?
Barbara, a lot of these folks, like you said, there are going to be 11. A lot of them do it yearly or pretty often?
Oh, yeah. We're assigned these sites, and so we have to make sure that we take care of them. We are asked to use the flowers that are mentioned by the civics person, or sometimes they let us do what we want. But at any rate, yes, we have, I think now we have maybe 40 members, and everybody is busy tending their own sites.
I think Nancy went one year, saw a couple of the gardens.
Yeah.
I'm sure she'll be interested in doing
Yeah.
it again. So
I wish she would join us,
yeah, well, I'll let her know. I'll ask her.
really.
Okay, now I have a couple of notes. Bill Vales does not have any computer classes scheduled right now because of the virus. Bill told me that he's considering offering a class over Zoom, and I'll know more about that perhaps next month. So, Barbara, anyway, I talked to Bill. He's still up in New Hampshire, but he's not sure how he's going to handle it. He might do a Zoom. I don't know. He's thinking about it. That's all I can say. So.
I know he'll keep it up, though, one way or another.
Yeah. So, okay, now, I'm sorry, Indian Hill Music. They are following their public health guidelines, and they've canceled their fall and winter concert seasons. In its place, though, they've created a wonderful virtual connection. On their website, you'll see interviews with musicians and performances by great musicians and their orchestra. Well, as you know, the library in Littleton has been closed during this pandemic, but the library staff has done an incredible job of having books and other things available for pickup at the front entrance. One service that I've been addicted to is the free app Overdrive. It's a free service that lets you borrow digital content like books, audiobooks, and much more. I take out the books that include best-selling authors, new releases, classics, and so much more. So if you're interested, visit the Littleton Library website or call them at 978-540-2600 and they'll give you assistance.
Regrettably, COVID virus is interfering with the Friends of the COA activities and luncheons. We are unhappy that we will not be able to see all the seniors that join us once a month, and that's for a themed lunch. We are looking into other ways to hold these fun days, and hopefully we will find a solution, and the Friends can welcome you back with open arms. We also regret that in the meantime, the thrift shop will be closing. The COA has requested the room to be used for an office. We hope to reopen in a new senior center when one is available, or maybe a different room if that ever becomes available, but we'll wait for that day. What have you done these past weeks, Bob?
Same.
I'm still doing projects.
Yeah, you were doing some painting today.
Yeah, I've made tops for 2 tables that were outside. I made a table out of a nautical compass that I got at the thrift shop. I am upholstering a chair. Of course, I'm gardening every single day because that takes work. I made a dollar store wreath. I got some flowers before at the dollar store and I decided to make a fall wreath. But there is always something to fix or weed. But I miss going to the craft stores and to TJ Maxx and meeting with friends.
Okay, and I also wanted to mention, I wanted to let everyone know that you've also did an interview today with Jamie Cruz.
Right.
Which will be shown
another
at
time.
some point soon, yeah.
But yes, and she was so full of great information.
Is it Springdale or Springdale?
Springdale.
Springdale. Sorry, Jamie. Sorry.
Yeah. She was a great interview. She has a lot of good information. I was pleased to be with her like I always am.
Good.
Did you know that there's a new director at EHS and her name is Ashley Shaheen? I might have mentioned her last month, but she is here now and you can read all about her in the September broadcaster. And I'm sure she will bring much to our Littleton seniors. Hopefully, she will be able to meet and greet us when the pandemic is over. And I'm looking forward to meeting her. You know, Bob, it gets tiring to say the words, when it's over. Exactly when will that be?
We'll hope for the best, yeah.
Yeah.
And be careful.
That's it. Don't forget to vote.
No.
And thanks for being with us today. Don't forget our seniors. I can't say don't, please hug a senior, so don't forget the seniors, please.